Confidence. Kids have an immense amount of it. They're shown the world, told by their parents, it's all yours to do what you want with it, as long as you work hard. And with their worries small and ambitions big, they attempt to achieve greatness in whatever way possible. They run off a confident, cocky attitude, careless sometimes in what they say, and never afraid to let people know how they feel, no matter how explicit and shallow it may sound. I was a lot like this when I was younger, and I can guess that most people were as kids. We didn't know any better. Our brains were undeveloped, we're not independent yet, and no true struggles or harsh realities have hit us. Even if they did, we wouldn't think much of them. We have nothing holding us back except ourselves, traveling on a road that only has one direction, forward. But after a while, that same road begins to twist and turn. Suddenly you're not so sure where you are or where you came from. You question your past actions and decisions. The road you were on is lost, and now you're on the highway. Turns at every corner, some leading forward and others going back the way you came. You try and go forward, but life forces you to turn around. It's almost like trying to follow a navigation system that is broken, with the voice control telling you, turn around, make an illegal U-turn, recalculating, and so forth. You lose that confidence you once had, and you realize over time that the simple road you once knew has transformed into something much more complex and overwhelming. At some point, you change. This doesn't happen to everyone, but for me, the realization of it all hit me as I sat on my couch at home one day, watching old home movies that my mom has a mind-boggling amount of, capturing every moment of my childhood it seems like, big and small. The video takes place in our old house in Pennsylvania. My mom is recording me in the kitchen playing with toys. I realize I'm being recorded and, like usual, I want to see myself. I exclaim, "Let me see the camera," and when she doesn't give in, I express my dissatisfaction in the form of a tantrum. I throw my toys and strut away dramatically. Nothing new to my mom though, and a few minutes later I'm back in the sight of the camera, playing with toys and talking to my sister, who is younger than me but still my number one playmate when I wasn't with friends. I tell her how to do things, I instruct her on what she's doing, and it seems like all of my actions and thoughts are so black and white, so decisive as if I don't even think about what I say or do. I'm a ball of confidence, demanding her to do something right, yelling and hollering at her if she messed up whatever she was trying to complete, whether it was a puzzle or just failing to eat properly like most kids are accustomed to. The video fades away, with my face close to the camera, smiling, asking my mom again if she'll let me see the camera. This scene from my childhood, a daily snapshot of my life in the younger years, really had an impact on me. I sit on the couch that day, 17 years old, thinking to myself, what happened to that confidence? What happened to that carefree attitude? Why don't I have that same personality as my parents do, and my sister? What changed in me? I hadn't experienced something truly traumatic in my childhood. There was no turning event for me like there was for other people. For me, the change happened over time, gradually. As I got older, I realized I'm not the greatest person on the earth. There are people who are better than me at certain things that I always deemed myself to be the greatest at. Suddenly I'm impacted by society. I can't just say whatever I want or do whatever I want. I have to follow more rules and restrict who I truly am to fit in with people. This confinement of myself grew on me over time, and has now transformed me into who I am today. From a kid with enough confidence for 3 people, I am today a more reserved, introverted individual with a million thoughts in my mind, but a minuscule amount of feelings expressed. Although this isn't always a bad thing, it still puzzles me to think of the gradual change that occurred. The question that I ask myself today is, what am I going to do about it? And honestly, I don't know. Do I try to find my confident self somewhere inside me? Or do I stay who I am, living on the outside of things? I don't know the answer to this question now, but what I do know is that change is inevitable, and over time the change will come. Maybe I'll be sitting on the same couch I sat at while watching the home movies, or maybe I'll be back in Pennsylvania, with a family of my own, recording my son playing in the kitchen, while he asks to see what I'm doing with the camera. I guess only time will tell.